Hi guys. Okay, so in the last lesson we learned that when you graph, you can see what the solutions are, or the answers, or the zeros. And the answers have to do with these x's where the parabola is crossing, right? So we've got two answers, one answer, and no answers. So that's one way to find the answers. Now today's lesson is solving quadratics by factoring. So this is going to pull all that stuff you learned about factoring back in. So another way to find the same answers that you would get if you graphed is by factoring. So in this example, if you take a look, they factored the x squared plus 3x minus 10, and they would do, most of these would be the guess and check. So that it ended up being x plus 5 times x minus 2. Once you get it factored, each of these parentheses, you're going to set equal to 0. So x plus 5 equals 0, and you would solve this by doing a negative 5 to both sides to get that answer. And then here's the other parenthesis, x minus 2. So you'd set that equal to 0. So you would do a positive 2 to both sides and get x equals positive 2, and those would be your answers. Now, if you want to check it, you could punch in the graph and take a look and see if those are the two spots that the parabola is crossing the x-axis. So on this first lesson of factoring, because there's going to be two lessons, these are the easier ones, and then the second lesson is going to have some factoring that takes more steps. So as we start on this first page, again, let's take a look at this one. You're going to factor, this again is guess and check. It ends up being, x times x for the x squared, and 3 times 1 for the 3, and you're trying to get a positive 4 in the middle, so it ends up being a positive 3 and a positive 1. So then you're going to take each parenthesis and set it equal to 0. This is how you find the zeros. X plus 3 equals 0. You would do a negative 3 to both sides and get that. And the other parenthesis, x plus 1, you would set that equal to 0. So you would do a negative 1 to both sides, and you would get negative 1. So this one's guess and check, and everything is looking like guess and check on this first page.